bring the outdoor indoor in this beautiful season. Hi, I'm Maya. I make videos about responsible design, conscious consumption, and sustainable lifestyle. And today I have for you a video in, I hope, a new series to be. I thought I will call it Create Your Corner. And today I want to focus on the outdoor corner of your home. So spring is here, summer is coming really fast. It's not possible to be always outdoors, but I believe we should enjoy the nature, enjoy the beautiful weather all the time. And this is why I want you to dedicate a space in your interior, in your home, in your apartment, to enjoy a little bit of the nature, a little bit of outside world. First things first, do you have a garden? If you have a garden, enjoy it. That's it. Use it, enjoy it. This won't be a video about gardening. You should find other videos about this. But this approach also can help you to think in different ways about your garden and about the space that you have. And I believe this video can be for you, not because of gardening, but because of connecting your garden with your interior. If you don't have a garden, there are two options. You have a balcony or a terrace, or you don't have any of this and you only have beautiful windows, or even not so beautiful windows. But don't worry, we can work with both. If you have a balcony or a terrace, that's great. You should fully enjoy it. And I will give you some tips on how you can design it to use the full potential that it has. If you don't have a balcony or a terrace, we need to have some additional steps to allow you to enjoy outdoors, indoors. Think about all the windows in your home, all of them. Which one of them has the best view, the most green view, or the most open view? Which window feels best for you? Choose this window and we will work around it. Steps will be similar, but obviously it will be harder to enjoy a window than a balcony. But don't worry, it's really possible to do. And as well, I believe it's really worth it to do. While all the people without balconies are sad, now is your time to be happy, because balcony owners, you need to clean your balcony after the winter. Yep, it will be dirty, it will be filthy, it will be disgusting. I'm sorry, that's the life, especially if you are living in the city. But clean all the dusty areas, wash your windows. Well, people without balcony, you also have to wash your windows, but it's a lot less work than a balcony. Now, when the space is clean, all of us should evaluate the space that we have. And also, what do we want to do with the space? Do we want to relax? Do we want to eat our dinners with our partners? Do we want a family dinner for 4 people? Do we want to observe some people through the balcony or through the window? What do you want to do with the space? How do you want to enjoy the space? When you have your answer, then think about how much space do you have there. Is it possible to fit there 4 persons to a family dinner? Or is it better for lying down and reading the book? Think of what you want and then think about reality of the situation and what is truly possible. When you have your purpose for this space, then we can go to next steps. It's time to analyze the space from a design point of view. First of all, what type of surfaces do you have? Is it only a floor? Is it maybe a windowsill? What can you do? Can you sit on the windowsill? Can you use it as a coffee table? What furnitures do you have there and what furnitures do you want to have there? Do you have a coffee table and 2 chairs? Do you have a table for 4 people? Do you have, sofa? What do you have there in the space that you can use? Maybe you have some things that you won't be using there. Then get rid of them. Use them in other places or sell them. If you don't have the furniture that you need, then the best thing I would advise you is to look on secondhand, because there are multiple of furniture secondhand and it's the best way to buy them. Back to analyzing. What lighting situations do you have? Maybe you want some fairy lights. Is it possible to install them? Maybe you have a bigger lamp near your window and you can use it. Do you want to use it in the evenings or only throughout the day when you have the sunlight? Take this into consideration. And if you want to use it in the evenings, what with mosquitoes? This is really important. You will be grateful that you thought about it before being eaten by mosquitoes. You can plant some lavender, or you can buy some candles that have specific smell that will get rid of mosquitoes. So we know the space, we know what we have, what we don't have. When it comes to furniture, also when it comes to lighting, we have analyzed the space. Now, the basis. What do you want to do? I have gave you some examples. You should know by now what the meaning of this place is for you. If you want to relax and read books, for balcony, maybe you have an armchair, like outdoor armchair, or maybe you have a sofa. For interior, also maybe you have an armchair, maybe you have a sofa. Maybe you can sit on a windowsill, only if it's safe. Maybe you are a writer and you want to write. You can have a small desk near your window, or you can have a small desk on your balcony. This is not a problem, but if you are creating a space on your balcony, remember that everything needs to be dedicated for balcony, like for outdoors. Like the weather conditions can impact the furniture and it's harder to maintain them in good condition when they are outside. Different scenario. You want to be gardening. If you have a garden, this is a different conversation. But if you don't, maybe you have some pot plants, some pots for growing vegetables on your balcony or on your windowsill. What is it? Okay, and now the most important thing is that when you are creating corner, you want to make it really intentional, and you want it to feel like a specially designed place. So you have to connect it to this window. Maybe you have a rack on the floor and an armchair and you want to read books by the window. Place some books on the windowsill. Place a cup with iced tea. Implement some decor pieces also on your windowsill if you want to use it as a part of your interior. When it comes to balcony, remember you have to be mindful of the weather conditions. Besides that, you are free to go, you can explore. Rules are the same. You want this to be cohesive. You want the space to be a base that you fill with furniture that you don't have to buy. You can use what you already have. When you fill it with furniture, then you want to decorate, but you want to decorate functionally. So as I said, you want to use the things that will be helpful in the situations, in the situations that you want to create. If you want to spend time with your friends and talk around the table, so okay, you have the table, but what more? You can have a blanket for when it's colder. You can have a candle for when it's darker, and also for the mosquitoes, as I mentioned earlier. You want to bring out the most from the space. If you don't have a green view from your window, please add some plants. Outdoor plants are harder to maintain. The same thing as with furniture. They just have more difficult conditions, and these conditions are changing, so it's harder to maintain them. But I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, it's just something that you need to take into consideration. You can also place some plants on the windows, even if you are using a balcony. You want a sitting spot, you want a surface that you can put your stuff on, so table, coffee table, windowsill. You want some greenery because we are bringing outdoors indoors. You want lighting that is specific for the function that you are using it for, and you want to have something nice to incorporate an activity to this space. And I told every person that has a garden that this video will be helpful to you too, and it is, because you can do the same in the garden. You can have a spot in your garden that has all these things. You you can also adapt the space that you have that goes out on the garden. You can enjoy this place. Probably if you have a garden, you have some type of terrace. So on the terrace, you can do the same things that you can do on balcony. So I believe this is also applicable for you. You just have to think from different perspective on what you have, what you can change and what you can use. Also, if you have a balcony, you can think about some type of divider from your neighbors, some way to secure your privacy. It's not obligatory. I just believe it will give you more intimate feeling and intimate space. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like if you haven't heard it and subscribe if you want more videos from me, and I will see you next time. Bye.